Hello, I'm Jeannie Metcalf, President and CEO of Segula Publishing and Apologetics Academy. Today I'd like to introduce Denise Ramirez, an occasional reader for Segula Publishing and Apologetics Academy.
Today I'm going to be reading for you the introduction of Above Artificial Intelligence, subtitled Finding God in a World of AI, for Segula Publishing and Apologetics Academy. Introduction. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows right well. Psalm 139, verse 14. One day, Molly, our simple, narrow AI robot, went out to clean the carpet. About 20 minutes into Molly's clean, Molly sent out a loud mechanical beeping, like a vessel in distress. Visually, I could not see Molly, so I tuned my ears to listen for more beeping. As I did, the beeping stopped, and in its place I heard a high-pitched voice cry out, "Help! Help! I am falling off a cliff!" Then all sounds ended. Molly was quiet. It was as if she simply vanished. Molly was not my first robot, but it was the robot's first time out in my home. Prior to Molly, no other robot ever beeped like that, no other robot ever uttered any words, and no other robot ever just disappeared. Common sense told me that Molly must be stuck underneath a bed or in another piece of furniture too close to the floor for Molly to maneuver under. Or Molly's wheels might be caught in some lamp cord, which I may have missed tying up. A crash from a staircase I ruled out, for everything was flat near Molly's cleaning route. That robot had to be trapped somewhere, but where? Quickly glancing around the room where I first placed Molly, I looked underneath this piece of furniture and that, but still no Molly. I looked behind doors, in closets, under the dining room table, the living room end tables, even the night-side bed tables. Still no Molly. After several minutes of searching and slightly resenting the loss of time searching for the robot, I sat down to rethink the situation. It was then I remembered that this new robot came with a remote control. Grabbing the remote, I pressed this button and that button, hoping the robot would beep until I could locate it, and locate it I did. Apparently Molly, on her cleaning run, entered my office. Moving to clean underneath the skirted office chair, the robot's small wheels encountered the rounded, slightly ball-shaped platform pedestal base of the chair. The angle of the base and the shape of Molly's base worked against one another. One side of the robot went upward until the unit was inches away from tipping over. Reading the circumstance as one of danger, the robot sent out a message of distress that I had heard earlier. Of course, I rescued the robot, resettled it on its two main support wheels, and placed it on its charging station to rejuvenate. Moments later, as I went back to my own housework, I chuckled at the humor of Molly's programmers. Obviously, the amusing message sent out by the robot was a cover-up for some minor design flaw within the robot's operation. Later, however, I realized that Molly's designers, in addition to covering up for some minor operational flaws in this narrow AI unit, devised the verbal messages to make the unit seem more human. This perception of the manufacturers began at the registration of the robot, when a mandatory field required the owner to name the robot, thus making it a family member. Perceiving Molly with human qualities, in this case fear of falling over a cliff, the robot should trigger the natural helping instinct of a human being. Thus, when problems of this limited robot's operation arise, projecting human-like qualities in the robot, the manufacturers generate more forgiving or sympathetic attitudes in the human owners who buy in the experimental stage of robot making, thus lowering the costs of returned merchandise. The idea of perceiving an AI household robot as human, however, goes a lot deeper than programming sympathetic owners to survive the experience of owning preliminary or experimental robots. Robot engineers design AI robots to invade every segment of our society and at the same time train users to fully accept AI in their life as a highly desired and normal entity. This introduces a new mindset, which is to perceive robots as here to serve humankind. In surfing the internet, using an AI search engine, I discovered many areas of business and industry already employ AI. Some I found listed are areas of outer space exploration, healthcare, manufacturing, agriculture, policing, retail, transportation, education, energy, financial planning, human resources, banking, as well as in numerous departments of various levels of government. Additionally, AI write legal contracts, project economic trends, and help with customer service and so much more. Indeed, the list of areas where AI operates today goes on and on. In general, AI development and its promised future growth are on a path to take over field after field of expertise. The way I see it, while all these advancements promise to make life easier for humankind, humanizing robots started phase 1 in the overall training of robot developers to prepare humans to accept all types of robots and to be comfortable with them. Then, as robots graduate past small jobs, such as Molly performed, human acceptability prepares for receiving further robotic advancements, bringing greater perspective financial profits to the manufacturers. That, however, in my opinion, is the beginning point on the scale regarding the scope of robots. I see human comfortability with robots as a step to prepare the people of the world to give robot advancement a wide open door, accepting them without resistance, and giving free license to all who wish to take AI to its farthest possible limits. Some robots operative today, as well as those scheduled for the future, perform many and varied tasks with greater ease than a human. For example, think about a robot who lifts large weight loads or works for many long hours in a manufacturing environment without the need for recharging. Robots like these will prove to be valuable assets to their owner. However, on the negative side, they take away jobs, thus putting people out of work. In looking back to my narrow AI purchases, these robots made housework tasks easier, which eliminated the need for a housekeeper to do that task. A robot's easily accessibility in my home made it more convenient than hiring a maid and juggling my schedule to fit with theirs. Accessibility, along with a promise to do a simple task of cleaning floors, encouraged me to purchase my AI robots. Molly was my third floor robot. It looked like a thick, rounded black disc with small brushes on the underside to vacuum the floor. Molly's wheels moved the unit along slowly, cleaning the carpets, tile, and wooden floors inch by inch. Additionally, Molly had side finger-like bristles to reach into the corners and small cracks or crevices where dirt might hide. Molly performed the assigned tasks well, and apart from the unit's inability to maneuver under and around certain objects, the floors ended up clean, just as the manufacturers claimed. Moving past this small household narrow AI robot, AI robots in the industrial world often use long, extendable arms to handle mundane and heavy work tasks. Past industrial uses with special arms, AI robots come with distinct voice capabilities, including voice intonation. These robots promise many benefits to business owners as they work behind the scenes, answering the phone, handling warranty claims, and other such things. How this automated care affects the customer depends upon the issue. However, many people dislike communicating with robots who have no feeling, no compassion, no understanding for their personal issue with the product. This can produce a small negative in the use of AI. Other, more sophisticated robots come full-bodied with arms and legs, have faces to resemble humans, and are given an appearance of having a gender. Using their finely tuned AI people skills, coupled with machine learning skills, these robots train to communicate with humankind. By looking, sounding, and presumably thinking like humans, these robots stand ready as a candidate to assist humankind in various ways, such as assisting the elderly in their senior years. While AI robots created for specific tasks, no matter their shape or size, can make life easier, however, the possibility also exists for robots to begin to substitute for humans in whatever capacity their designer seems fit to present to the world. Here the door opens wide for far greater positive and negative applications of AI robots. Think about the construction of AI robot soldiers. Such a robot sounds great in the area of saving lives on the battlefield, or may work well in peacetime for assisting in rescue efforts. But flip to a negative, robot soldiers trained to kill and then let loose could bring devastating results. Consider a possible AI programmed to kill without hesitation, not assessing the dangers, just simply eliminating everything in its path. Human extinction by an AI robot, which moves without a second thought of concern for human life, certainly pushes one toward the stop button to restrict limits on the development of AI. Advances in other areas cause great concern too, such as experiments in merging human beings with AI along with DNA alterations through tools such as
CRISPR.
Such possible experiments promise the reality of a superhuman. In other words, modern tools available to experimenters today open possibilities to the creation of the superhuman, such as seen in the mythological characters of Hercules, Achilles, Odysseus, or other non-human creations, such as the fabled creature centaur. In preparation for the reality of such AI creations, which seem like science fiction stories to invite the imagination, advanced thinkers scramble to define at what point a person is no longer human. A future with AI, DNA alterations, or any other to-be-invented forms of transhumanism give cause for whistleblowers to echo their concerns, cautioning of a scary future with AI forms controlling the planet. If this happens, humankind not only lose control, but risk being subservient to AI. Along these same lines, some fear that AI, with its ability to learn and grow past its creator's original programming, might decide humankind are no longer needed, and thus seek to eradicate humankind from the planet altogether. These whistleblowers caution any who listen and set up limitations and guidelines in these early stages of AI advancement. Many advocates of such solutions include voices like Elon Musk, who warns of great dangers ahead and urge lawmakers to put regulations in place regarding AI. In the past, we have seen that making government regulations on things harmful to society deter some aspects of unwanted behaviors. But unfortunately, history also teaches us that not all people or people groups obey governmental limitations. It seems this earth has many individuals who consider themselves exceptions to the rules, no matter the penalties inflicted for disobedience. On a positive note, however, history also shows us how nations joined together to guard the safe use of the atomic bomb, and thus far the principles set in place seem to be working. As far as regulating AI, a new format of protection with its own dynamics for establishing regulations is yet to be set up. However, Israel, a great leader in modern innovative technology, promises to come to the front to help monitor the use of AI and hopefully negotiate with other nations for the balanced use of AI. As the world stands at the crossroads of this AI revolution, crucial decisions must be hammered out of the anvil of reason. We must set up whatever means it takes to safeguard the future control of this planet. Our future with AI, especially in assessing, organizing, and establishing regulations, must ensure that no AI receives opportunity to become a totalitarian ruler of the earth. Human control, no matter how flawed our history proved us to be, nevertheless must remain intact with AI in a supporting, subservient role. Indeed, as humanity strives to move ahead to eliminate as many negative uses of AI as possible, we must use wisdom. Speaking of wisdom, the Bible makes it clear that true wisdom comes from God. Therefore, His input on AI we should pursue. In doing so, we will find answers. In fact, we can take a lesson from God Himself on how He created our universe. In Genesis, we see God designing our amazing universe, and in doing so, we see that He made the elements of this planet to respond in a supportive role to humankind. It is through the universe and the properties God built within it that nurture human beings with every necessity to live a full and fruitful life upon this earth. To put it another way, God designed the universe, as powerful and commanding as it is, as the home of human beings, making its principal operative in our universe to serve humankind. Simply put, we can take wisdom from the actions of God when He made the universe, for He created it subservient to the ultimate creature of His creation, human beings. Since God created this planet for humankind's own habitation, thus, as the epitome of God's creation, our continued control of this planet and the preservation of our species is of the utmost priority. In moving forward, foremost in our minds we must engrave the fact that humankind, no matter how imperfect, nevertheless, stands as the greatest asset to this planet, one of the utmost value to each other and to God. Thinking about God, this brings us to the spiritual ramifications of a world of AI. To connect with God, human beings need to understand how to approach Him. In the past, people preferred to seek a spiritual leader for such information. Today, with AI so easily accessible in the religious arena, spiritual leaders have concerns regarding AI. How can AI possibly handle spiritual issues? While AI quotes spiritual data quickly, the inner depths of a human being must link with the ultimate creator to find fulfillment. This attribute of a spiritual being does not fit AI. Nevertheless, people pursue AI for spiritual answers. Spiritual leaders therefore see a dangerous shift lurking in the background, waiting to snag innocent people. As people look to AI for information, already a paradigm shift began regarding the information highway. Today, from our little ones and upward, people go first to the internet for understanding, including spiritual matters. It may have begun as a search for commentaries to find material to explain complicated scriptures and the like, but somewhere along the way, AI has become a go-to guru for even religious matters. While that might not seem such a bad thing, that is not where innovative AI activities stop. One YouTube video gave glimpses of an all AI service, with AI leading worship, speaking the message, and get this, ending the service with the normal blessing. An existence of AI spiritual caregivers caused great concern for genuine spiritual leaders. Many with careers in spiritual caregiving, such as mine, who have ministered to people for years, wonder what dangers await the searching heart experimenting for answers by AI, since every belief under the sun awaits exploration on the internet. To the troubled searching heart, confusion and research data do not bring immediate answers. Spiritual leaders, therefore, wonder, with these present circumstances active, what safety exists or can be put in place for vulnerable, unsuspecting souls. Regarding transhumanism, DNA alterations, and the combination of both, at what point do we cross the line that God established for us concerning our creative abilities? Concerning the eternal destiny of humankind's creation, at what point in the alteration of our species does salvation's plan no longer apply? Some theologians today presently debate that very issue. Surely a future with AI exhibits its challenges in so many and varied ways. Many unanswered questions, like those above, remain unanswered, and so do these. Will AI become a gigantic, unsuspecting beast with tentacles to snatch the innocent and make them victims? Will humankind prove resilient, quick to recover and rise above an AI invasion in both the natural and spiritual world? It remains to be seen if human beings can withstand an AI revolution with its tentacles reaching into every aspect of life. However, I believe God designed human beings not just to survive, but to rise above it all. Therefore, in this book, Above Artificial Intelligence, we explore certain aspects of God's amazing deposits within His supreme creation that He named Adam. As each chapter of this book unfolds, I highlight ways in which God designed His human creation to reign supreme, essentially surpassing any intended invention or use of AI on any level. In other words, this book, dear readers, presents an opportunity for interested individuals to recognize how much greater God made human beings. In fact, together we will look at some very specific properties which God put inside every human being, making them far greater than the most sophisticated AI now invented or yet to come. Hopefully, recognizing these facts will help re-engage thoughts to seek spiritual conversations with God in all things as a priority. This does not mean a proposal to eliminate the helpful data available on the internet, powered or not by AI, but rather a recognition of the greatness God placed within every individual to help them walk above their circumstances in life and, with His help, do so victoriously. Ultimately, as we look at what God deposited within humankind, we discover properties which show humankind a much higher creation than any AI. Indeed, God fitted every human being to meet, face, and then rise above the challenges life throws at us, including those of AI. Humankind, by God's own design, is fearfully and wonderfully made. So now, dear reader, if when reading or studying this book you keep your spiritual ears open, you should hear the Holy Spirit remind you of your inner potential for greatness, harnessing your potential, dear reader, or inspiring the potential of another to blossom. Make life a wonderful experience and add to the overall benefit of the operation of this planet. Considering your own inner greatness and the treasure that you are, dear reader, as well as the ability God installed within you to jump over hurdles, especially in times of trouble, you equip yourself to face life's challenges. Knowing God stands with you and created you an overcomer makes a strong, resistant shield when trouble comes. Then, should AI invade areas of your world and push into places you categorized off limits, then you can look upward with confidence, knowing that God makes a way where there is no way for you to continue your destiny, still soaring with Him. In fact, in the darkest hours of human existence, where things look as black or as dark as pitch, you can fix your eyes upon God, whose abilities radiantly outshine the depth of any darkness. Psalm 50, verse 3-6. Our God shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth, that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice, and the heavens shall declare his righteousness. For God is judge himself. Selah. Throughout this book, dear reader, you can either discover for the first time or reacquaint yourself with the certain elements of God's power which no being on earth, above the earth, or even under the earth, previously succeeded or ever will succeed to conceal, corrupt, or eliminate. Read and peer through these pages into God's plan for humankind, which includes our preservation, even when inventions of future AI or other end-time forces threaten to eradicate human beings from the face of the earth. Stand back in awe of the God who created you and loves you, and of course remains high above all things. Remember that God always has a plan, even with the birthing and full mature growth of AI, no matter what that might be. In closing this introduction, dear reader, determine to use your curiosity and concern regarding AI and its possible future to discover how God and His plans in the very creation of humankind prepared the human race in every aspect to be beyond, yes, even far above artificial intelligence.
Thank you, Denise, for your excellent reading of the first chapter of Above Artificial Intelligence. Inside the covers of this book, you will find 3 sections: intellectual matters, relationship matters, and spiritual matters. Under intellectual matters, you will take a look at the purpose of intellect, pursuit of wisdom, and intention of conscience. Under relationship matters, you would have a look at the direction of heart, uniqueness of identity, benefit of fulfillment, and treasures of reward. And in the final section, 3, spiritual matters, you will find reason of faith, purpose of position, crown of authority, triumph of persistence, and then a wonderful conclusion. If you think this book is for you, head on over to either segulapublishing.ca or any Amazon outlet in the 15 countries where Amazon has its websites. Or you can buy from any online supplier. Simply put the following ISBN number in your search engine to locate what you need. You'll find the numbers also in the description below. Audibly, they are textbook 978 1 926 489 933, workbook 978 1 926 489 94-0. God bless you.